Hey everyone. So by now you should have received an email from info talking about November 12th. And I wanted to provide some clarity to make sure that we're all on the same page of kind of what will be your next steps when it comes to November 12th. Okay. So I am going to share this video with you right here. It's going to be linked into this document, and then I'm going to share the entire document with you. If you scroll down to the second page, you will notice on the second page is just the email that I copied that you received yesterday, but I'm going to spend a little bit more time kind of making it easier for you to understand. Okay. So I'm going to break it down into two categories: certified and classified. So certified staff, there's teachers, instructional support, counselor, all of those. So just like it's identified in the email, you have three options. Okay. Come to work. Work hours will be 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Take appropriate leave. So you will see missed morning for that, or you have the option to work remotely. So what does work remotely look like? So what you would do is you would document your workload of 7.5 hours. Okay. So I have provided you this document right here that you would make a copy of and keep it on your own. I'm not asking to have this document shared with me. This is a document for you and you only for right now. But please be mindful that if somebody were to come from district and say, "Hey, show me all those that work remotely and their workload," I will need to request and require this. So this is a very simple document. You're just going to keep how much time you have accumulated for the November 12th day, just the time activity. Very self-explanatory, very simple. Okay. Once again, I don't need that document. But you do need to keep it just in case. Another option here is this Safe Schools training. So I know we all love those wonderful safe school trainings and all those other things that are required of us. But I do want to show you this document real quick because this is something that will be a requirement later on. So just recently, our wonderful state legislators passed a law that all of North Carolina educators, including teachers, personnel, principals, assistant principals, therapists, counselors, teacher assistants, everybody has to required to complete health training. So this document here just kind of talks about the 6 hours of mental health and substance abuse training required before the end of this school year. So in June 2022, this is a requirement once again for all certified and teacher assistants. This may be a good opportunity for you to work on this. This is supposedly is going to be pushed out via Safe Schools today or tomorrow. So you may not see it just yet on your Safe Schools training app just yet, but this will be pushed out. So once again, this is going to be mandatory for all staff. This might be a good option to go ahead and get started and work on it. So it will be 6 hours required. Once again, it's not a Matkins thing, it's not a Pitt County thing, but it is a state law, and our wonderful state legislators put it into law. This may be something that you want to go ahead and work on. I will say this: if you want to go ahead and start working on these things as soon as they show up on Safe Schools, maybe you do this first one this Saturday, Sunday, you don't have much to do, Monday after school. If you want to go ahead and start documenting those hours, you can put that on your this spreadsheet here. Even though it's not on November the 12th, you can go ahead and start documenting those hours. So once again, I want to make sure that's clear. When you start documenting your hours here, it doesn't necessarily have to be on the November 12th day that you're doing these things. So if you're looking at lesson planning on Thursday, which is Veteran Days, you want to do lesson planning so you can have a long weekend, you can still count those hours over here. Okay. Willing and able to give that, allow teachers to do that. Okay. So once again, you just certified staff, use three options: come to work, take appropriate leave, or work remotely. Just document your hours. I'm not going to go back and check and see, oh, did you really do this? Did you really not do that? The one thing that will be required June 2022 is that you complete the Safe School trainings here. Okay. Moving on to classified. Classified options are pretty much the same. You can come to work based off your hours that are on your contract, take appropriate leave with Miss Morning, or you may work remotely. Um, so, classified staff, you would follow the same guidelines. You may not be creating lesson plans or anything like that. So you may want to go ahead and start working on these safe school trainings now. And once again, it's required for teacher assistants. It's not required for office staff, custodians, child nutrition, but everyone else will be required to do that. So once again, you're going to document your hours, make sure you have those. I'm not going to be asking or keeping a record of those, but you do need to be able to have them in order to give them to me if needs be. Finally, I'm going to ask that everybody complete this survey to let me know what your plans are for Friday, November the 12th. Excuse me. I'm going to get it together. I'm going to ask you to complete this survey by 1 p.m. tomorrow, November the 5th, to let me know what your decision is. I'm asking that you go ahead and decide it now so that we can go ahead and move forward with the paperwork or how many people are going to be in the building, all those good things. I'm strongly encouraging everyone to really take a nice extended weekend. You all have worked very hard. You're tired. You have been asking for a break. You need a break. So here's the break before you. I know we have a lot of things in front of us that we still need to do. Figure out what you can take home with you and work remotely if that's the case. Sometimes just a Friday not in the building is what is needed sometimes. So once again, I'm encouraging everyone to use that day, whether work remotely or take appropriate leave, because we are all tired. We need kind of re-energize ourselves so that we can move forward for the rest of the school year. Okay. If you have any further questions, please reach out to me. I'll be more than glad to help you. Thank you.